Hello, welcome to Carolina Aircraft. My name's George Johnson, the Bonanza Man. At Carolina Aircraft, we have the nicest selection of Bonanzas and Barons in the whole world. Today we're introducing November 635 Sierra Alpha, a 2000 model A36 that is very low time and one of the nicest pre-owned A36s you'll find anywhere. 635 Sierra Alpha only has 1,145 hours total time, but the engine was replaced under factory new warranty by Hawker Beechcraft, and the engine only has 689 hours since factory new. Let me show you this beautiful engine. This engine is a special edition engine which is balanced and blueprinted and has a longer warranty. The engine was put in new only 689 hours ago by Hawker Beechcraft. In fact, Hawker Beechcraft and Raytheon in Atlanta, Georgia have done all the maintenance on this airplane since factory new. This engine has a JPI EDM 800 graphic engine monitor, which also has fuel flow, and it monitors the voltage on your battery and that sort of thing as well. It keeps up with digitally how much fuel you've burned and how much fuel you have remaining, plus monitors every cylinder on the engine all the time. 635 Sierra Alpha has almost every option that you're going to want on an A36 Bonanza. It has a complete Garmin package, including the Garmin 530/430. It has the King KFC 225 Autopilot Flight Director Slaved HSI system. It also has altitude and vertical speed pre-select and yaw damp to even give you a smoother ride. In addition to that, it has factory air conditioning. It has the club seating in the back, the executive riding table. It has Skywatch for collision avoidance. It has a storm scope for weather avoidance, and it also has a GDL69 which will display XM satellite weather and give you XM satellite radio inside the cockpit. Come join me in the cockpit and I'll show you what beautiful avionics this airplane has to offer. 635 Sierra Alpha has a beautiful instrument panel. You'll notice how nice the layout is and how nicely equipped it is. This airplane, as I said before, has been maintained totally by Hawker Beechcraft and Raytheon since new. All the service bulletins are up to date. They've done the 5-year items. They do a lot of the service bulletins and everything that most owners elect not to do, and this airplane has had that kind of maintenance. Again, the owner of this airplane also owned the King Air, and they really maintain both of their airplanes to the highest standards. If you look at the condition and cleanliness of this airplane, and we haven't even cleaned it up, we just got the airplane yesterday, it doesn't even need cleaning up. The glass is perfect. The interior is almost perfect. You would not know that this airplane has 1,145 hours on it. It looks almost brand new. Let's take a look at this beautiful instrument panel. I'm going to start on the pilot's side. You'll notice right here in the left-hand corner, we have a true airspeed indicator. This will read your true airspeed in knots right off the indicator when you just set the altitude versus the temperature. Moving over to our right, we have your artificial horizon, and this also houses the flight director. You can see the flight director will move up and down when we click off the control wheel steering and that sort of thing. And then we have an encoding altimeter. Down here we have your turn coordinator, which is electric. Since you have an air-driven attitude indicator, we have an electric standby turn coordinator. In the center we have a slaved HSI. This is the King KCS 55A slaved HSI. And then this airplane is also equipped with an instantaneous vertical speed indicator. Down here on the bottom left, we have an ADF indicator. Most of the newer airplanes today don't even have ADFs, but this has both an ADF and a DME, even though it has dual GPSs. Then we have a number 2 nav indicator, or your number 2 GPS indicator. Serves both purposes. And you'll notice it does have 2 glide slopes, one in your HSI and one here. This is your DME indicator, and this is the N635SA DME. It has NAV1 and NAV2 switching and DME hold. To the right, we have your EDM 800 graphic engine monitor. This monitors your EGTs, all of your cylinders, and your fuel flow. And you can put it in the all mode like it is right now, or you can put it in the fuel flow only mode or the EGT only mode. And right here you have a download port so that your maintenance shop can download all the information on how this engine has been running. In the center we have all of your engine gauges, your manifold pressure, your RPM, your fuel flow, your cylinder head temperature and your EGT, and then your oil pressure and oil temperature gauges. Now let's take a look at the radio stack. At the top of your radio stack, you have a PMA 7000 MS audio panel. This also has a 6-place intercom system associated with it. This is your autopilot. This airplane has a digital autopilot. It's the King KFC 225 autopilot. It has altitude hold, altitude and vertical speed pre-select. It has yaw damp for a smoother ride. And I'll show you, you can pre-select your altitude before you take off, and the autopilot will automatically level out for you. This autopilot will also shoot a fully coupled ILS approach and follow your GPS on a nav mode. This is your Garmin 530 GPS, and you notice that it even shows wind, and you can put it in a lot of different modes. You can put the airplane in a regular nav mode, or you can put it in the Skywatch mode. This airplane has Skywatch active traffic, or you can display the storm scope on there with storm scope only mode. And it has all of the frequencies and everything for the airports that you're at, and the satellite data to show you how many satellites you're reaching here. And then below that we have a Garmin 430, which is a little bit smaller but has almost all the same functions as the 530. To the right of this panel, we have your King KT76C transponder and your KR87 ADF. This ADF has dual timers and dual frequency displays. You notice on the control wheel we have a control wheel clock, and then on the left side of the control wheel we have electric trim, we have an autopilot disconnect button, and we have a control wheel steering button that brings up the flight director in your artificial horizon, and then on the front we have a mic button, push to talk button. This airplane also has a push to talk button on both control wheels, one for the pilot, one for the co-pilot. Over on the left hand side of the control wheel we have a map light. It brings in a light down here so that you can see to read your maps at night. We have a transponder ident button next, and then we have an ATC playback button. If you miss a call button, you can push replay, and it'll replay the last few seconds of the last transmission so you can see if they called you. The owner of this airplane also owned a King Air, and they kept this airplane hangared the whole time in western Georgia. It's always been a U.S. airplane, and it's had the best maintenance and the best care. Look how beautiful this interior is. It looks just about brand new, although this is a 2000 model. These double doors open up to give you plenty of room to get in and out of the airplane. Look at the condition of the leather. And the seats have this nice welting around it to match the airplane. The carpet is in perfect condition. It looks like it's hardly been stepped on. The cabin table's in great condition. All the windows are in good condition. The side walls and whole interior look brand new.